Hi Pisces, I'm back. This is the Gypsy Tarot, the Gypsy Hermit Tarot. I'm actually going to switch back to Gypsy Hermitage because I love that name, and I'm just going to go back to it. So I'll probably do that soon. You won't find me doing readings a lot. I'm going to keep the channel up because I have some really great readings on here, and because every so often, you know, when I'm guided to, I am, you know, inspired to do a reading. But I can't even talk. Lord have mercy. What is going on? There's something. It's almost like when God doesn't want you to say too much, He's gonna stop you. When it's not time for you to say too much, when it's not time for you to give many messages, when you're in action mode, you're in a very masculine place, God is going to stop you. When you just want to give that feminine energy, but it's not time. And I have so much on my plate when it comes to building my empire of writing and teaching that I want to get it right this time, of taking care of myself, of transforming, of just being here longer. I want to get it right. So that's why I'm an older woman. I have to balance and maintain my stress levels and my health. So please don't unsubscribe just because I'm not cranking out readings, you know what I mean, every day. I don't think that's what this channel was supposed to be anyway, because it never grew to be that. But I love it. I still love my channel. You know, I authentically was called to do it, so there has to be some value in it, right? So let's pull some cards. In the little talk I had right before this, I showed you a couple of cards just because the overall energy had something to do with what I was saying. And this is some shit. See? See. Man. The three witchy sisters is here. Ugh. This is some stuff. This is not only a time where we're supposed to be bringing more love to the planet and things like that. The thing about love is, it's not like love is just about affection and compliments. No. I mean, it is. You can be that. But it's not only that. It's also service. And so there's so much on the planet that isn't right. The way that animals are harvested for zoos and circuses and miserable, or for private pets, and then end up, you know, killing a guest, or it's just madness that's going on, or wandering around in a neighborhood. I mean, it's just too much. Everything. There's no standard now. You can't say, oh, no one should have to fulfill a requirement. There's no winners and losers. No, stop. You know, it's just upside down and inside out. So the thing about loving, when you love someone, or when you love God's creation, it takes bravery. Look at this. It's time to be brave, Pisces. There's something you're supposed to do. And for some of us, ooh, look at these cards, man. For some of us, it's about a complete lockdown on your authenticity. Blocking out all noise. Blocking out all the noise. That's what time it is. She's saying, back up. And she's saying, Grumpy Red Fairy, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to honor myself. I'm going to be myself. But it's time to be brave when it comes to the natural world needs you. See, the natural world, it's like you might be called to be an advocate for the planet, an advocate for wild animals in zoos, an advocate for animal rescue, an advocate for sex trafficking, an advocate, not an advocate for sex trafficking, but a savior of people that have suffered or been abducted into sex trafficking. The natural world, because it's unnatural. All things unnatural have to be, annihilated. It's just too much. It's a lot. But you can't do your work. You can't do your work if you have people weighing you down. It's like, nope. Okay. So those just happen to be on the bottom of the deck. And it's interesting because, and please, don't be afraid of wisdom. Don't be afraid to call a spade, because in human beings, we can all be rebellious devils. I saw something online that said something about we all have to exorcise the demon outside of us by inside of us, by purifying ourselves. Purifying ourselves. I'm not at my best if I let you deplete me and kill me. No. That's some weak shit if I let somebody do that to me. For whatever reason. So this is the 3 witchy sisters, and whenever I see this card, I know I have to pull 3 cards to get the message. Why is the 3 witchy sisters here? Why is the 3 witchy sisters here? See, some of us thought, it's like some of us have been trying to make something work that just is not going to work. And it doesn't mean it won't work at another time or there's not something else better for you. Sometimes people will try and make you feel like what you give is not enough. That if you don't do things in their timeline and in their way and for whatever it is that they want, something's wrong with you, or no one ever love you if you don't, let me come in and ruin your life or continue to ruin your life or kill you with stress or whatever. No, absolutely not. One moment. Okay. So let's get 2 more cards. Ooh. Look at this. See? A clockwork pumpkin. This is a bright idea that leads to a solution or a wonderful idea and aha moment of how can we change our circumstances, because also this is about invention. It's about creativity. It's about creating new things, doing new things. Right? But if your brain power is locked up in bullshit and stress and drama, you can't do it. So stop thinking that if you don't do a certain thing with a certain person at a certain time, you'll never have love or you won't be successful. That's not true. And also don't think that, God is always inspiring and giving to us. God is always guiding us. Look at that. Guidance, but where will it lead you? But if you are fearful, if you lack the faith to follow God, instead of following or adhering to some sense of loyalty to people who don't care if you, listen to me. Let me tell you something. Oof. Let me tell you. I'm so full right now because of things I'm going through. People will let you do everything for them. And then when you die, they will cry for a moment and go on about their life and do all the things you were doing for them that you didn't have to do for them. And I didn't ask him or her to do that for me. And you'll just be gone from the stress of it all. I'm telling people will use you up. And because we're so tired, and this is really a divine feminine reading, but anybody can take it. I'm doing it for Pisces, but anybody can take it. anybody. Sometimes when we're so stressed, we can't see that it's the guidance that we need. Because it's the other person's not taking any guidance. It's not the other person who's trying to be more enlightened or trying to give more. It's just you always giving more. And it's like, well, damn, how much am I supposed to give? How much is even required? Shit. You know, do I even really need to do this shit? Haven't I sacrificed enough? And isn't it time for me to just do something for myself? This feels like some Queen of Swords energy. Like we're being called, Pisces, to some Queen of Swords energy. For the thing that we have a destiny. And I'm not saying abandon your children completely or whatever without a solution for their care. I'm saying, especially if they're grown ass people, I'm saying it's not only your children or your husband or your family that has a destiny. You also have a destiny, Pisces, and you're not meeting it. You're not meeting your destiny because of everything else. So that's what the power of 3 was here to say. And I think that's a good message. I know that's a good message. Will we take it? That's the question. Because it seems like, with Pisces, and I get frustrated with readings that talk about somebody coming back from the past. There's nobody. Nobody in my past I would ever want to come back. Whether they come back trying or not. I don't want you. I don't want you. And maybe God had to try me with my children to show me that the no I need to tell one person is the no I need to tell mostly everybody. Anybody with a certain type of behavior, it has to be a no. Nope, you don't get to do that to me. Nope. And it's harder with my children. But I'm saying it, I'm going to say it with my behavior. I'm going to say it with the fact of my decision making. Anyway, let's see where the divine feminine energy is for us Pisces. Or just the feminine energy. It doesn't have to be divine feminine energy. Because this is just a Pisces reading. I'll do a divine feminine reading after this because I have a paper to finish. For my finals, I know my energy is kind of pressed and stressed, but I'm going through it and it's real. And I just wanted to let you all know I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. Believe me. So... but let's go. Let's get up out of this. Bottom of the deck is the Divine Mother. Well, how does a Divine Mother? And what are her resources? And what if you're a Divine Mother, but you're doing it all alone, and your children are not of the same vibration, are not of the faith, are not of discipline, are not of decency and truth, then what happens to that Divine Mother? Because that's what we're talking about. When we talk about mothers, good mothers are divine mothers. Good mothers are divine feminines. Because they are self-sacrificing. But what if you're self-sacrificing for something or someone that doesn't give a fuck about what you do for them? Matter of fact, tells you you're not even a good mother. Okay. You know what I mean? Unconditional love, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on in the world. It's a lot going on. Whew. Mashig Labdron. This is especially for single mothers, and I'm probably going to title this for the Pisces and all single mothers, because I feel like, and I already know, I already have two sisters that are going through the same thing. Because for a second, I almost let the devil in and say, why are you reading for yourself? I am not. I am not. This is for single mothers, specifically. Pisces, yes, but specifically for single mothers. That's what this is about. We are divine feminines. We are self-sacrificing. We're selfless. We're unconditionally loving to our children. We wake up every day looking for solutions, finding ways to love them, keeping the things that keep them comfortable, their comfort, foods, all of that, their home, all of that. What do we get in return, especially if they're almost grown? And I'm talking about almost grown people, as you know, the teenagers, because it's off the chain right now. It is. It's ridiculously off the chain for single mothers. And I don't understand it. But look at what God is saying. God is saying it's either time for them to go, or it's time for you to go. Or it's just time to go from the location where you're at, whether they want to go or not. It's about you making the decision that you know what's best for your family and yourself, and making that decision and just doing that shit. Because all that glitters isn't gold. Children don't know what's best for them. They'll say, but this is, what is the payoff? What are you losing in the bargain? They don't know. You cannot let them lead the family. You cannot. I'm sorry that I'm going to go back to these, but this message is just, ooh. These cards are like, wow. It's just very, very clear. It's so clear, it's crazy. Stevie Wonder could see this message, because, oh my God. It says time to go from allowing people or your children to want to control the decisions in the household based on shiny things, based on, I want to be around this, I want to do this. There are things, but so you would sacrifice your character, your safety, your mentality for a school trip or a prom when, okay, but you got one prom. I mean, how many proms do you need? And what is it going to really mean? I mean, what are you holding on to when you're in a toxic situation? Neglecting the higher power. They don't want to hear nothing about this. They don't want to sit down and listen to no kind of sermon or teaching or nothing. So there is a call for us to be flexible about something. Something's coming. There's a fork in the road where the truth of the situation is going to be told. And you're going to have to be flexible. Or they are going to have to be flexible, to be honest. Something. Flexibility is going to need to be considered. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to clarify it, because it's very interesting. Clarify flexible. Why is flexible here? What do we need to be flexible about? Be flexible when it comes to your daily routine. So a good way of alleviating stress, and if your daily routine has been interrupted, as mine has, because you're dealing with something in your household that you're trying to get under control, and it is taking away from the regular everyday, be flexible with your loved ones, I guess. That's not it. What is the flexibility? What is the what is the chop wood, carry water? What is this What is the flexibility? Imagine, chop wood. Okay. Be flexible because you have to imagine where it is you're trying to get to. So be open-minded is the flexibility to me. Remember, you're not going to be here forever. You know, whether it's time to go from a location, whatever it is, you're not going to be in it forever. God has you with this higher power. He's the one bringing you out of this. Because it is time to go, but it's time to go on His timeline. He has to guide us out. Okay? So be flexible with that timeline. That's what it feels like. Because when it's time to go, it's like you have to imagine it. Okay. I love it when it comes in, right? You have to, even as you go through your daily routine, imagine what you want. Go about the steps to get there. Know that God is in control. And before you know it, you're going to be right there. Okay, you said you want this change. Now, the 2 arrows pointing back is what you've been stuck in. You're going to have the bravery. Remember, we already saw it's time to be brave. You're going to have the bravery to go forward, or you're going to be a coward and go back. Tell the truth about it. The truth is, this is a bad situation for you. What are you going to do? It's going to be up to us. It's going to be up to us. This is some shit. Ooh, I love it when the message comes out. Look at what's coming. Oh my God. Look at what's coming if we embrace this and do the work of transforming just ourselves. Look, it's a new life. It's a soulmate that's divine masculine level soulmate. It's your divine counterpart soulmate. It's new. It's newness. So the thing about the newness when it comes, and I'm going to let the divine masculine card shine from the bottom of the deck because it's so resplendent and powerful and yummy. And I love it so much. You have to grind for that shit. You have to grind for the new. Like you have to, if you need to fast and exercise and eat vegan and whatever you need, you have to grind for that. It's not going to come easy. You have to grind for the new job. You have to put in so many applications that even if you think you've put in enough, well, I put in 10 today, then tomorrow put in 20 a day. Next week, start putting in as many as you can a day when you have the time. If you have hours, actually, once you apply in a company's portal, you can apply for as many jobs as you want. So there's no excuse for, well, I applied for like 15 of their job. Okay, apply for 25, apply for 30, double your efforts. Because what is the bottom line? You're looking for a change. And you have to earn change. You have to earn it. My back hurts so much. But this is relevant. It's relevant for so many. Even if you're not a single mother, but you going through this shit, it's relevant and it's for you too. It's for you too. All right. Back to the feminine energy. Mashig Labdrone is the diamond-hearted Dakini. She says, I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Our ego beliefs are, it's like, but I'm a good mother. But I'm a good mother. But I can't, I'm a good mother. No. That will, you can say that and die, straining over that. Because your ego says, when you walk down the street, everybody can see I'm a good mother. Do you need that? I mean, are you like, Shaft, walking down the street with theme music playing? I'm a good mother. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't nobody gonna do that. Again, they're gonna cry at your funeral and shake their heads over the fact that your babies are motherless. And then they're gonna go on about their business, about their lives. That's the truth. Sarah Lakali, the queen of the outsiders. Ooh, that just hit. I have arrived. I am where I will always be in love. That's what we need to get to. You do not have to turn yourself inside out in the name of motherhood. That is not required. My mother was a sweet mother, but she had a husband with a belt. So she could be the sweet mother and only be that. She stayed home with us until we were all in school. And then she finished her master's and went to work part-time and eventually full-time. But we were still always hanging on her. We were still going to her university job from our schools. You know? That's not required. So they got a little housekeeper lady who was there for us after school. But sometimes we do too much in the name of everything. We do too much in the name of everything. Amaterasu is the goddess of light. She says we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So when you see someone that is evolved and free and it seems like their life is so beautiful, there was a sacrifice and work that came into that. They're reflecting what we potentially have within us, but they've achieved it because they did the work of it. Will you also take that journey, or will you stay stuck? Will you get on your Queen of Swords and tell people to back the fuck up off you, or will you stay stuck? I'm just saying. Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary, where's your sanctuary? In all of this shit you're taking, where is it? Where's the sanctuary for you, Pisces, and whoever else needs this message? She says, no matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. But if you're full of stress and pain and conflict, you're not enjoying a sanctuary. What sanctuary? Now, I keep it real on my channel. Because we could all kumbaya in readings all day. We could all go and hear about, oh, he's coming back. See, you knew it. That hoe of your dreams is coming back to give you the D for the rest of your life. But how many people actually live that? Come on. This is the real, not the real daytime talk show. But I have to be realistic. Because my life I'm not inspired by readings like that. I mean, it's entertaining. But even when I entertain it, it makes me go, hell no. He better not. He will get told off. He'll get his fingers hurt. I mean, his feelings hurt. Leave my phone the fuck alone. The last one is Lalita, the red goddess. She says playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. You know, I'm very playful with my children. Like, I'm everything. Like, I am. I'm myself. I'm an authentic person. I advocate for them. But they're still at a point where they're like, but are you a good mother? I don't know. Especially my youngest. And it's eye-opening. It's like, wow. Or they have behavior they won't let go of. And I'm just like, I cannot stand as a hedge around you, protecting you from yourself. At a certain point, you're going to have to take the consequences for what you may do in your life. You want to run after no good people, you're going to have some no good shit happen to you. You know, but what you don't get to do is abuse me. You don't get to. You don't get to claim I'm not a good mother. You don't get to claim I'm not a good wife. You don't get to claim I'm not a good husband. You don't get to claim I'm not a good sister. You don't get to claim I'm not a good friend. You don't. I've been all of that forever. What you do get to claim is all of a sudden I didn't have what I always had and I miss it. Because that's all that's going to happen. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to finish up. My back hurts. Last week I did a 4.5 day fast because of stress. Like, my stomach was hurting and I was like, I'm not eating. I just can't. And so that's where a lot of this realization is coming from, because it's like, okay, you know, and there's something about when you fast and pray and God is guiding you, and He will cause people to say from their mouths what you needed to hear to let go. See, you need to hear something from somebody, but a lot of the times we protect the situation because we love so strongly and we're giving love to it and feeding into it so much that we don't want to pay attention and hear that we shouldn't be doing this, that this is not where we should be. And so, you know, so something about fasting, because it's a release of energies. Even if you don't feel it completely, it still is. It's a spiritual power for all involved. Then all of a sudden the real truth comes out and it's like, bad. You know? So, yep. Ooh, baby. Yep. See? It's time for this. You got to do this. I'm telling you, if it's your children and it's just about, and you're not going nowhere, like you're in the same home, but you're going to move the family forward with your plans for the family, God is like, yep, do that shit. I put you on it for a reason. Do it. Do it. And do it like this. No more Queen of Cups, Pisces, or anybody with that kind of heart. No more. King of Cups now. King of Cups now. You hold that back. Not so much of the lovey-dovey type of love. Now it's tough love. Nope. I said this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And it's a period. You don't have to announce it though. You don't have to tell nobody. This is Pisces energy too. Cancer and Pisces. Because it's the reflection. And the way it's like, you can't even get to happier times because of the toxic shit. And then the toxic shit that you let your children go to, as far as a school, friend group, family, whatever, they're bringing back into your home and what do you call it? Casting it towards you. So when it happens, it's going to be undercover. You're not going to tell. You're not going to consult with nobody. It's going to be just like this. It's going to be just like this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. And even if this has to do with your children, this is so beautiful. It's going to be just like this, though. It's going to be right. And you're going to be the empress about it. And it's going to be healing for the family, for you, for everybody. It is. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be brave and do the thing that you need to do. Because this is what it's about. And look at what it's going to lead to. Look at this. Money. Like your prosperity is just going to expand. You're going to be well known. You're going to be so fiery and on fire for your life. All this fire energy, Leo energy, like Leos are natural born leaders. Natural born leaders. You will be juggling a lot. You will. But it's okay. You've been juggling a lot. There's something about, that saying, when you love what you do, it's not work. It's going to be like, there's going to be a total transformation. Let's see. Ooh. Here it is. Oh, no, I just saw the word transform. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 soulmate cards. And it's not just about a soulmate kind of relationship. It's about your life. It says, no matter what changes life brings, nothing will change my love for you. That's God. Or, it could be a person, but to me it's God. You give my life purpose. Because of you, I feel safe. Okay, it's supposed to be a person. I am forever grateful. Thank you. If this is for your children, they'll get to this point. Even if it takes them to turn 30. Even if they don't appreciate it as children or teenagers, but when they grow up, they're like, I'm glad she did that shit. You know what I mean? The other one says, your love life will transform when you learn to truly love yourself, just as you are. You are perfect just the way you are. Accept this, and you will be amazed by the change it brings into your life. Also, Pisces, and anyone else that needs to hear this, when it comes to motherhood, I was raised by parents that were much more conservative and conventional, and I'm very conservative, but I'm creative. And so I don't have stuck in the box type thinking. I'm very non-traditional when it comes to schooling and things like that. But I had to live by their rules. I had to do things the traditional way. But now I'm the parent. And I have children that want to do things the traditional way. And I'm saying, no, you got to do things my way. You're my children. This is not your show. Your show is when you're 18 and you go. This is my show. And it's not my show, but it's what God is guiding me to do as your mother, because he blessed me to be your mother. He blessed me with the vision for mothering you. And I've used it when they were younger. Whenever there was problems in the school system, the next year, it was homeschool like a mug. And they were happy and fine and all of that. But now, they get older and this toxicity is more appealing because of the thing they want. Well, I want this certain school trip, or I want prom again, and I want this many proms and this many times to be fabulous. But at the same time, it's still toxic. No. So anyway. This is a beautiful reading, and I hope you all get something from it. I'm not even going to do a Divine Feminine reading because this is divine enough. Divine Feminine is all through here. Okay, I'm not even going to call it just Pisces. This is Divine Feminine. I want so much for us. Just like I want for myself, I want for you. That's what my channel is about. I love you. And our children will benefit from us when we are strong and stand on the guidance God is giving us and telling us to do. They will. They will. They might not. They're not going to like it initially. I remember when I moved my children up from New Mexico, we were living in a house in New Mexico that a friend had rented to us, and it was roach infested, and I had never grown up with roaches or anything, and I just couldn't do it. But it was a nice little cozy house or whatever, and I had the money, and I had learned about shipping my car, and I had a friend that was going to take us in for a moment, which I would never do, stay with somebody again, but still at the time, that's how we transitioned. And on a what do you call it? On a dime, I did that shit. One week they were in school, the next week I'm like, we're leaving. Where are we going? Oh, we're going on an adventure. We took Amtrak all the way from the south up to a northern state. And it was good. It was the best thing for us to do at the time. But it's just about when it's time to go, it's time to go. And it's time to go for my family. And I sense either there's a time to go for other families, or there's a time for like a tower, immediate change. Like something has to change immediately, and it's mandatory, but it has to happen. It has to come. And that's just it. All right. Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you all whenever you give me feedback. Don't forget to please support my channel. I'm not looking to make a mint on this channel, but I want it to be a good channel, a good solid channel, okay? Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I love you. Peace.